Urías kicks and deals, and away we go. The pitch down low. A beautiful afternoon.
They put the ball in play better than any team in baseball.
And puts it into play here. What a snare by Justin Turner for out number one. Well done. Tested early for out number one. Here is Ahmed Rosario taking one inside. Week at Coors Field on Wednesday. There's that breaking ball that just misses up high for Urías. Quickly 3-0. DJ Rayburn calls balls and strikes. And a 4-pitch walk. Rosario is aboard with. Miller will take a breaking ball that misses low, and some control issues to start the day. Comes home and it's fouled back to even the count. It was DHing yesterday. That's usually a spot filled by Franmil Reyes. Of course, Franmil could be this week. A 1-2. 2-2.
Shoot, you just want Reyes back to provide some
working at the big league level. The 2-2. 3-2 on Miller. Miller drafted in 2018 by San Diego. Took a very close backdoor breaking ball, but it missed out defensively this year. He's got a sub-3 ERA this year. Here's Gonzalez, and he'll take a strike. That's the first called strike in the first 4 batters for Urías. 24-year-old from the Dominican waits for an 0-1. Got his major league call up earlier this year. He's playing in his 21st game at the big league level. And he fouls one back to make the count 1-2.
How about his start? His first 15 games, 25 hits, which that set a Cleveland record for your.
Waits for a 1-2. And Urías elevates the fastball that time for a key second out. His first strikeout of the game.
Well, you talk about that aggressiveness. Urías
for his previous 15. And then picked up 2 hits a couple of days ago. 1 out walks in this inning issued by Urías. Then the strikeout. Hard hit back up the middle, but it's through Muncy. That'll allow Rosario to come around and score, and it's 1-0 Cleveland just like that. In the shift, Muncy was ready for Andres Jimenez, who's had a really solid year. He's been one of the Guardians' best hitters so far this season. Young middle infielder. When EK was talking about 2 outs in that spot. Bouncing ball is foul. It's 1-1 on Jimenez. Ace. Over the course of the year, Jimenez has had chances. Good pitch there from Urías. Drops it into the top of the 23 years old. And he stays alive. This is a lot of what you see. Urías can limit the damage here, though. And he misses up and in with a fastball at 92.
in line for more.
They've done it without a hit so far. And Urías comes up clutch. Strikes out a pair of Guardians in the first of Sandy Koufax. The Dodger lefty going today in Urías. He deals to Ernie Clement, who sends one out to left field, and Gavin Lux is there. Lee Steiner, the radio voice of the Dodgers, did a fantastic job of emceeing. And you could hear Clayton Kershaw during his speech as Stephen.
Sandy was great. Clayton was outstanding. And you mentioned it almost, he got a little sentimental, emotional. There's Clayton right there. Had an opportunity to talk with Sandy after. He was with Hard Bottoms in 20 years. What a great human being, though. I mean, forget the pitching thing. One of the best human beings there is.
He was the youngest left-hander since Koufax. Kwan lifts one to right field. Taylor started back. Now comes in for out number 2. There is an New Orleans planned, and Sandy thought that might be fun. Here's the 9-hitter Austin Hedges taking a strike.
Well, the ironic thing, too, Sandy was a group of, there were no teams. Pitched 2 or 3 times that year.
4. Yeah.
And then signed with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
You know what he did in those 4 games? Pitched 32 innings and struck out 51. Career. 0-2 on Austin Hedges. And Austin Barnes catches that ball behind the plate. after he labored in the first. An unearned run across. Just outside, and it's 2-2. "25 years of age now." In there for called strike 3. A 10-pitch bounce back in. Off to the third we go in the top of the order for Cleveland, due up against Julio Urías, who works with the lead. Deals a strike to Miles Straw.
It's wonderful to be here, and with the greatest home run hitter in the last 26 years during
1,000 hits in his illustrious LA career. Now, again, I always want to make sure that we get out a very specific message. The home run that we just saw Trey Turner hit is going to support this cause as well.
25,000 for all home runs hit today.
That's right. Straw bounces out to Justin Turner.
In Major League Baseball, 3.5 million men will enjoy this Father's Day, a healthy Father's Day tomorrow with their family.
Help of Major League Baseball.
Don't underestimate the efforts that Fox has made over the years in getting the 99% chance of living 5 years or longer.
Ground ball to Trey Turner. 2 up and 2 down here in the third.
No matter how it
home run challenge year round, boy, I'd be in the Hall of Fame right now. So, well, Mike, if you so talking to the men out there, when do you go in and get your first test? I mean, is there an age? Is there a, what would you suggest?
But if you're an African-American man, no later than 40, since your probability is much higher.
0-2 on Owen Miller. Popped up foul, not a play. Again, one more time, homerunchallenge.org. Mike, give us.
Mr. Carroll's here, but we think there'll be about 600 home runs.
Mike, it's always a pleasure to see you. It's an incredibly important message. Oscar Gonzalez leads it off against Julio Urías. The Dodgers actually thought Larry Doby was one of their best Negro League prospects who wanted to make the move. And brought Larry Doby over and finally got into a Cleveland uniform in 1947. Was a member of the White Sox and the Tigers as well. Manager of the Chicago White Sox as well, did Doby. Check swing, appeal to first, and according to Dan Merzel, in a row after the rocky start. Fouled away by Gonzalez.
Yeah, the rocky start with
3 innings worked by Urías. Breaking ball is off his glove. Turner, a circuitous route to try to pick it up. May have had some trouble getting it out of the glove, and Gonzalez will beat it out. Including Mercado, who reached on an error in the first. The 2 walks and the error in that first inning, bringing home the ball and a strike on Oscar Mercado, a 27-year-old from Colombia. Originally drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals Cleveland roster that doesn't have a ton of guys with a lot of experience right now. He's one of the more experienced guys on this roster. Skies one to Turner for out number 1. You can watch baseball live or on demand on your part of the Francisco Lindor deal that brought him from New York to Cleveland. Lifts it out to left for Gavin Lux. 2 away. Back to first goes Gonzalez. In and outing. There's a strike to Clement. The Guardians, on the other hand, in their last 4 games.
In Coors Field, pitching staff takes some abuse.
Good job by Clement to reach out of the zone, as Miller as well. And they were great last night. A foul, and it stays at 0-2. Oh-2. Bouncer too short. Trey Turner the crow hop, and he will retire Clement. 11 of the last. Our fantastic Fox Sports crew. Stephen Kwan in the 8th spot leads it off for Cleveland against Julio Urías. We get a look at our player rack very nicely. Something you don't always see with rookies. And he has done that this year so far.
Constant game of adjustments, right? You come out, you have the success, the league adjusts to you. Now it's your responsibility.
California native waits for a 1-1. And there's a rare swing and a miss from Nick Lodolo of Cincinnati that got him to swing and miss. And that was still a foul tip, which does go down. Got a really good head on his shoulders. Stays alive here.
Schooled at an excellent baseball program, Oregon State. Yep. I mean, he made one unbelievable.
And then they'd go on to win that game and sweep that series. Hits this one hard into center, but Bellinger's got the beat on it for out number 1. There's Hedges taking a strike. Urías stays in a groove. He's retired 11 of the last 12 Guardian hitters. Waved on and missed by Hedges. Nothing in 2.
Yeah, you mentioned being in a groove last week. Dude, he can just get going and just mow people down.
Staying alive is Hedges here. Yeah, Urías gave up home runs on Sunday to Austin Slater and Mike Yastrzemski. It was 2-0 like that out of the gate. And then he didn't allow a single from Oscar Gonzalez to open the 4th today. Fouled away by Hedges. Urías gets another strikeout. That's his 5th of the day. Pitched more innings than he ever had in his big league career. Miles Straw takes a ball.
Major League Baseball coming into today's ball game. That's the Yankees and the Mets.
Yep.
You know, so you can start nitpick and say, oh, they're not doing this and all this. But again, only 2 teams with fewer losses.
Straw pokes one down the right field line. The run by Taylor, and he flags it down to end the inning. I think Aaron Judge is still at the top of that list. My goodness, what a season he's had. Julio Urías has retired 13 of the last 14 Guardians, and he starts Ahmed Rosario with a strike.
Guardians roster that is giving him a run for his money, and that's Jose Ramirez.
Rosario flips one down the left field line. He's going to have extra bases. Run down by Lux. Big turn at second by Rosario, but he'll settle for a leadoff 6th inning double.
Well, you said it.
Bit of a nagging thumb issue. There's Miller. And that kind of sprung up on him, lag him out of the lineup tonight, and maybe think about taking him out tomorrow as well. Miller into center field for Bellinger. Out number 1. Rosario back to second, and Chris Myers has a game break for us. My friend, what do you got? That dropped them out of first place.
How about in St. Louis, Paul Goldschmidt?
You want to talk about MVP candidates, right? Yeah. Paul Goldschmidt has had a longer hit streak in Major League Baseball this year by a game. That one's lashed foul by Gonzalez, and it's 0-2. They both start hitting again.
Tommy Edman too. I mean, they're making some noise.
I like Nolan Gorman as well. They're the Urías today. He's there with 1 out. And it's 2-2 on Gonzalez. 2-2. Gonzalez fighting at the plate. The outfield for several years. 2-2. Check swing from Gonzalez. He went around. They're 2 away, and another. There's Oscar Mercado. Ooh, that was a nasty breaking ball there from Urías.
Well, he's got that breaking ball, and now he's got the shadows as well, so it makes it even that much more difficult to recognize.
Oh, boy. That's back-to-back. What is that, 3 in a row now that he's gotten a strike on with that? Urías home with an 0-2. Stuck with the breaking ball that time.
I think that fastball is coming now.
For a 1-2 delivery. Fastball, and it's punched in the air. Once he's got it to retire the side, Urías.